Hello, and welcome to our training video, How to Create Accessible Lists and Tables of Contents in PDF Documents. This video will provide step-by-step instructions for creating and verifying that lists and tables of contents are properly structured. This is critical to ensure accessibility as well as usability in PDF documents. The first half of this training will focus on creating accessible lists. Using Microsoft Word and Google Docs, we will discuss creating ordered and unordered lists as well as checking a list for accessibility. Then, using Adobe Acrobat Pro, we will cover how to verify list structure and adding list tags. The second half of this training will focus on creating an accessible table of contents. Using Microsoft Word and Google Docs, we will create a structured table of contents. Then, using Adobe Acrobat Pro, we will discuss checking TOC tags, which are table of content tags, adding TOC tags, and nested TOC tags. Let's get into it. As mentioned previously, we will begin the first half of this training session discussing creating accessible lists. Ensuring that lists are accessible begins with proper list formatting in the original document, e.g., Microsoft Word, Google Docs, or other content creation platforms. Let's go over the steps to creating ordered and unordered lists in Microsoft Word. First, you're going to open a Microsoft Word document. Then you're going to navigate to the Home tab. Place your cursor on the line of text you want to turn into a list or highlight multiple lines. From the paragraph group, select bullets for unordered lists or numbering for ordered lists. To create a nested list, select the list item and select the Increase Indent button in the paragraph group. Or you can select the Tab key on your keyboard. Next, we will go through the steps for Google Docs. First, open a Google Docs document. Then, place your cursor on the line of text you want to turn into a list or highlight multiple lines. Depending on how you want to style your list, select either the bulleted list menu or the numbered list menu from the toolbar above. Alternatively, you can open the Format tab and select the bulleted list menu or numbered list menu from there. To create a nested list, select the list item and then select the Increase Indent button on the toolbar, or you can select the Tab key on your keyboard. Lists should be properly formatted to ensure accessibility. To test if lists are accessible, you can follow the following guidelines. Let's begin with documents created in Microsoft Word. First, open the Microsoft Word document. Then, select the list text to test. In the paragraph group, verify if the appropriate numbered or bulleted list is selected. Note, if the bullets numbering option is not active, the list is formatted as plain text and should be reformatted using the List tool. Next, we will do the same for Google Docs. First, open the Google Docs document. Then, select the list of text to test. Check that the numbered or bulleted list option is highlighted in the toolbar above. Note, if the bullets/numbering option is not active, the list is formatted as plain text and should be reformatted using the List tool. Now that we have covered how to create and verify lists in Word and Google Docs, let's look at tagging lists in Adobe Acrobat Pro. After converting your document to a PDF, you should verify, and if necessary, adjust the list tags in Adobe Acrobat Pro to ensure that screen readers interpret the list structure correctly. Each L list contains one or more LI list items. Each LI contains a label, e.g., number or bullet, and an L body list item text. Now, let's go through the steps of how to verify list structure in Adobe Acrobat Pro. First, open your PDF document in Adobe Acrobat Pro. Then, open the Tags panel. In the Tags panel, expand the tag tree to verify that list elements are tagged correctly as L for the list container, LI for list items, LBL for list labels, e.g. bullets or numbers, and LBody for the list body content. Adding list tags. From the Tags panel, select Options, i.e. the three-dot menu, then New Tag. Then create a list container. Within the list, create LI items. For each LI, create a LBL, bullet/number, and LBody list text. Associate content with each tag by highlighting text in the document, right-clicking the tag, and selecting Create Tag from Selection. Now that we have covered lists, we will look at how to create Accessible Table of Contents, or TOC. Accessible TOCs must be generated using built-in features and should not be manually created. The TOC can be automatically generated by using the heading structure of a document for its content. If the document was not created using the Styles pane, then you should use the Styles pane to identify the heading levels before generating the TOC. Let's create a structured table of contents using Microsoft Word. First, open the document. Then select References. Then select Table of Contents in the Table of Contents group. Choose a TOC format. Note, using leader dots between content adds a remediation step. To update the TOC after modifications, select the TOC area and then select Update Table. You can then choose to update only the page numbers or the entire table. Now let's create a structured table of contents using Google Docs. First, open your document. Then select Insert. Select Table of Contents and choose your preferred style. To update TOC after modifications, select the TOC area and select the Update Table of Contents arrow icon. Now let's look at tagging a table of contents in Adobe Acrobat Pro. After exporting the document to PDF, it is important to verify the TOC tag structure in the Tags panel. To do this, begin by opening your PDF in Adobe Acrobat Pro. Then, open the Tags panel. Locate the TOC section and ensure that each entry is tagged appropriately. Each table of contents item should be tagged as TOCI. Each TOCI should contain a reference or link container with the appropriate content. Now let's discuss adding TOC tags. In the Tags panel, right-click Document, select New Tag, then select Table of Contents. Within the Table of Contents, create a TOCI or TOC item tags. Within each TOCI, create a reference and link if applicable. Associate each tag with the correct TOC entry by highlighting the text and choosing Create Tag from Selection. Finally, let's look at creating nested TOC structures within the table of contents. For subsections, create nested TOC structures within the parent TOC item. Follow the same tag structure for creating the parent TOC. To create a nested TOC, create a new TOC structure within the TOCI of the appropriate list that goes underneath, not within, the reference or link tag container. Thank you for your time. This concludes the training session, How to Create Accessible Lists and Tables of Contents in PDF Document Video. For additional information about PDF accessibility, please visit the NCRTM Accessibility Resources page. A link is available in the YouTube description below. The National Clearinghouse of Rehabilitation Training Materials, NCRTM, is maintained by New Editions Consulting Incorporated and funded by the U.S. Department of Education, Rehabilitation Services Administration, RSA. The contents of this presentation were developed under Contract 9199-0023D0037-9199-0024F0377 from the Department. The Department does not mandate or prescribe practices, models, or other activities described or discussed in this presentation. The content of this presentation may contain examples of, adaptations of, and links to resources created or maintained by another public or private organization. The Department does not control or guarantee the accuracy, relevance, timeliness, or completeness of this outside information. The contents of this presentation does not necessarily represent the policy of the Department. This presentation is not intended to represent the views or policy of, or be an endorsement of, any views expressed or materials provided by any federal agency. Edgar 75.620